Oh, I forgot to set up my microphone. Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Okay, now I'm ready. I'm sorry about that. Hello, how are you? Well, today I want to talk about some changes in my life or simply the changes in one's life or the change in one's life. Well, when I was a younger boy, um, I remember my mother was talking about uh, the change of her life. Well, she was talking to my aunt and also sometimes my big sister, sometimes even her very close friends like that. She was saying uh, something like, I'm going through the change of my life. And as little as I knew that time, well, I thought she changed her boyfriends. I remember she had several boyfriends. And sometimes she had this Frenchman who was young, could be her son she dated, or even he used to live with her. Uh, Before that, it was an old man, two of them at the same time. My goodness. And one of them, she was going to marry, though it didn't happen. Uh, and of course, she was dating somebody else too at the same time. My goodness. So, and of course, after that, she was dating, rather a nice man, and I thought he would be the right person. Of course, he married somebody else instead years later. Anyway, that was part of her saying changes of her life. And also she remodeled her bedroom, the front yard, also backyard. And she bought a new car and got rid of the old one. Well, she ended up having, I think, like a three cars anyway. And she wanted to buy a new house in a different town. Um, what else? Yes. She changed her offices. So, or she changed her hairstyles too. So I thought that what she was talking about. She was going through the change of her life. Of course, I didn't know the truth. Well, talking about going through the change of one's life means mainly for females, it means they are facing the menopause. Do you know menopause means? That means those women are no longer capable of getting pregnant. It means they cannot have the natural uh, baby to give a birth. It means they have stopped their menstruation. Okay. Okay. But I didn't know that. So I thought that was, her changing her boyfriends, changing her jobs, changing her colors, etc. Well, That's menopause for the female people. Do you know something like that for male people? That's called andropause. And andropause, well, many people have not yet heard of or known about it, but the andropause exists. And many men experience that too. When the andropause takes place in any men, okay, sometimes they suddenly started to find themselves easy to get tired. Just a little walk or climb up the mountains, even the trying to go into the upstairs, you know, it just almost very, very difficult. Uh, they experience sometimes the short of breath or sleeplessness in the evening, so they cannot sleep in bed. Sometimes they have some cramps all over their body, or uh, their legs are not working very well, so that they would find themselves uh, sort of stuck somewhere and not being able to walk properly anymore. And some people develop even prostate cancer, just like many women who sometimes, especially those who experience the menopause, would most likely to develop the breast cancer. For men, that's the prostate cancer. Okay, then many men also, when that happen, they become pretty hairless. I guess they lose their male hormone. Well, that used to be more active, but because it is no longer very active, so that their hairy chest, the back, or legs can become pretty smooth. That means hairless. In the other hand, for the female people who experience the menopause, can experience getting hairier or have some, mustache, not really bush mustache or beard, or, not that kind of whiskers, but it's like they started to have mustache or the beard or their arms or legs, even sometimes their chest uh, started to grow some hair as well. Well, that's okay. The andropause and the menopause. Menopause is for women. The andropause is for men. Anyway, I am going through some, or I would say many changes, not of my life, but in my life. And that's a little different. Uh, the change in one's life means your lifestyle started to adapt different things, or you started to doing things differently than before, or of course, like I thought that my mother in America was going through, yes, changing one's date, jobs, even moving to a different place or redecorate your room. Perhaps maybe you're gonna start growing different kinds of plants, trees, or flowers than before. Or maybe you changed your hair color or hairstyles, or uh, some people would even go through plastic surgery to change their faces. Okay, that's the change in one's life, and I am experiencing many of them just because I moved last month, and it has not been a month yet since I started to live in this new small apartment. Now, let's say some of the changes in my life. For example, for me, of course, I changed my addresses, uh, and I started to live in a very tiny, small apartment from a rather large place that I used to live before. My goodness, the size of this present apartment is smaller than the well, half of my old place. So you can see how much I had to throw away, how much I had to give up, how much I had to uh well, just give to somebody else or something like that. And that's one thing. Another thing is that well, I have a new laundry machine, well, washing machine. Not a dishwashing machine, but a clothes dishwashing machine, right? Laundry. Hmm? And of course, my old one broke down a while ago. And I knew I was going to move, so I didn't replace it there. But instead, well, I decided to uh, have it delivered to the new place. My goodness, that was over almost, oh my gosh, how half a year or even a year ago. And periodically, I would come to this new place and did the laundry. Often, my goodness. And I got kind of like a small little dinky hanger to dry, hanging from the poles. I bought them and I set them there on in my porch, and I would hang my clothes there to dry, which I seldom did, or I almost never did in my old apartment. It had a rather large changing room. Uh, you know, you would wash your hands, brush your teeth, wash your face, change your clothes before taking a bath or a shower. Yes. And because it was so large, I had my uh, washing machine there, laundry machine. And of course, laundry basket, uh, extra drawers, cosmetics, calendar, ironing board, hangers, and I could comfortably, easily hang all my uh, clothes to dry after washing them. So I didn't have to hang them outside, but just very, very easily, comfortably hang them uh, in my changing room there. So even it was rainy, snowing, didn't matter because I could always dry my laundry or washed clothes inside. However, now when I moved into this small apartment, it has a rather large porch, and I have two poles for hanging my uh, washed clothes. And I started to dry my washed clothes outside hanging. Just because my new laundry machine doesn't have the drying function. I used to have that in an old apartment. My old laundry machine had for automatic function and also drying function, which broke much earlier than the whole machine broke. And sometimes it creates kind of a strange smell or something like that. So I stopped using them and it was okay. And so instead of having the drying function built-in machine, I decided to buy just a large size uh, laundry machine without drying function, which I never used that. So, and I didn't think I would again use that function, sorry. So I started to wash the clothes outside, and I started to think, my goodness, the first apartment I started to live in Yokohama City when I moved from Tokyo, that I used to have, well, I used to live in a Japanese family on the homestay basis. Mm. Uh, but then it ended after oh my goodness, like 3 months, 4 months. Could have been about a half year or even a year. I don't remember very well. But when I moved to Yokohama, yes, I used to live in a one-room apartment with the kind of a loft, the sleeping place upstairs. Very small, of course. The bathroom was just like very small, like inside the airplane, you know, like an airplane bathroom that small, and had a toilet, a bathtub, and a shower in a very small one room. Of course, it's functionable, but when my um, relatives, like my stepfather, came to Japan from the California, United States, uh, he quite didn't know how to manage that small bathroom and the toilet. He thought, oh my goodness, this is like as small as the airplane's toilet, he said. I remember that. And exactly, it was that small. And of course, I had the newest laundry machine that time with a tiny dryer separately built in to one machine. And that was okay, I thought. I needed a dryer just because I was used to living in the United States. It was pretty normal And even some places in the United States, you cannot hang your clothes to dry. Um, that's same for Paris, just because that would look bad or destroy the style of the city in Paris. Contrarily to Italy, when you walk, you could see all those uh, clothing hanging on the rope, and sometimes they drop the water, you know. But in Paris, you cannot do that. You have to uh, try drying your clothes inside your apartment. And the United States too, because of the, I think, crime, or some people try stealing them. I don't know real reason. But some places you cannot hang your laundry out. But Australia, that was pretty common. They had a big laundry hanging tool in the backyard of the apartment or houses. Sometimes people did that. So different countries do things differently, of course. That's natural. Anyway, when I came to Japan, I had to have my dryer. So I had a small dryer built in the laundry machine first time when I moved to Yokohama City. And but most of the time I was hanging my clothes, well, bed sheet, pillowcases, whatever. I had a little veranda, so I hang it there. Unless when it was rainy or snowy, then I would use the dryer. But most of the time I was hanging them outside. And then some of the friends even said, "Oh my goodness, I saw your laundry hanging in your veranda." I could see it because I lived in the top floor, which is on the, you know, I forgot it was third floor or the fourth floor didn't have the elevator, so could not have been more than 4 floors. Anyway, it was top floor. And I had some plants in veranda on the veranda and the laundry there. I would carry those wet clothes to the veranda from my laundry machine, which is just next to front door when I enter. And my veranda was all the way the other side of the south side. So from north to south, I just carry my wet clothes and I was hanging there. And that kind of memories suddenly came back when I'm doing my laundry here in this newest place. Uh, I used to carry things going like that and put it on a stool or the chair or sometimes even on the floor and try pick them up and hanging. This time I put a little basket. So the wet clothes, which I will put in the basket and bring into my uh, porch and hang them. And I thought, my goodness, it's been such a long time since I did this kind of thing. Which is kind of like a strange at the same time, kind of like a nice nostalgic memories came back. Isn't that strange? And I said, my goodness, I've been going through so many changes in my life. So those are some of my changes in my life. Well, I have not yet experienced the change of my life, but I think it will come in the future, I'm sure, but not yet. At the moment, I am experiencing some changes in my life. Well, how about you? Tell me, recently, what kind of changes have you experienced in your life? Until next time, take care of yourself. Bye for now.